Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to turn masking tape into a ball. Now, most of you probably, if you've ever painted before or anything, you've probably turned masking tape into a ball like something like this at the end, but I'm going to show you how to make something a little bit cooler. First of all, this isn't super round. This looks more like a cue ball. So the goal for my masking tape balls, you can choose to make them how you wish. Mine are to make them as dense as possible and as round as possible. So this thing is hard. Alright, so what you're going to need. Masking tape, obviously. There's a couple different thicknesses you can get. I'd start, if you're starting the ball, with probably 3/4 inch width. 1 inch width is a little bit too big to make the corners. So start with a 3/4 inch. My bird is gonna enjoy me making this video, and you just start folding it over on itself. So it's probably hard to see with white on white here. Fold it over, fold it over, fold it over. It just keeps getting a little thicker. Then you turn it 90 degrees and go the other way. And you just keep going over. Now, believe it or not, this seems like it's flat now, but it'll keep getting thicker and thicker and thicker, and it'll start rounding out. Okay, so you just keep turning this, put more tape on, and just wrap and wrap and wrap until it gets thicker. Once it gets thick enough, the corners start squishing out. They don't look pointy anymore because it gets thick enough. Then you go at a diagonal and you start wrapping from corner to corner all the way across, and you keep going around, and the ball will start to form, and round out into a ball. And about the time it gets a bit past a golf ball size, it'll start to be round if you do it right. A little bit before it gets to this size, you'll start to have a nice round ball. Now this one, I have to actually pull the tape really tight so I don't have any air spaces. So it's nice and dense. I can actually show you how dense it is. Looks like this ball would weigh a lot more than this ball, right? Well, here's the scale in grams. Okay, let's weigh the big one first. We've got 104.6 grams. Now let's weigh the little one. 119.1. So if you wrap it right, or not, well, right for my personal rules for the ball, this is a lot heavier than this. So, and this isn't packed loosely, but that's just the way I make them. This to me is an art piece. This is just a ball of tape, so you can make them how you wish. But anyway, after about, I don't know, 100 rolls or so, you'll come up with something like this, which I can't even get into the picture because it's so big. Let me back up the camera here. There you go. That's a whole lot of wrapping, a lot of rolls, and it gets tougher and tougher to keep round as you go. But you work at it and you keep wrapping it tight, it can look pretty cool like that. So there you have it. That's my masking tape ball. Stay tuned. I'll show you how I did my saran wrap ball, and I'll have more rubber band ball goodness for you soon. Somewhere in between here, in between this size and this size, you can switch to 1-inch tape. 1-inch tape is harder to make the corners and not get any bubbles in the tape, but But once it gets bigger, the 1-inch tape will build it a little bit faster. So you can try that stuff out. You want to use cheap masking tape because there's no point in paying a bunch of money for it. Like I said, this is over 100 rolls here. I probably paid less than $100 for everything. But I've had it for years. This one's named Suzanne. That one's cue ball for obvious reasons. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Take her easy.